Denver this week. Rivalry, a lot on the line in this game. Just talk about kind of the vibes in the locker room, kind of the atmosphere this week going into it.
The division game, we know, is very important for where we want to be at the end of the year. So this game counts as 2 games. Last year was very, very close physical games. So got a lot of respect for those guys, and we know what they bring to the table. So we're going to prepare well and be ready to play Sunday for 35.
Chris, you're able to will Mike Pennell back here. Do you go back to the same energy when you see Colin?
Absolutely. Gotta get my brother back. Bear Breach and those guys do a really, really good job is getting us depth and getting guys that are familiar with the system back. So hopefully he's one of those guys that we can get back in the system.
Chris, how beneficial was the bye week for you? And just when you look back at your performance throughout the last couple of weeks, just how much can you improve upon going into this back half of the season here?
How was my performance?
I mean, I'd say you did pretty good overall, but I'm sure you have things that you would like to improve upon.
Yeah, we always got room for improvement. I think that's the goal throughout the season, be limitless. Don't hold no cap over yourself. And, the first half of the season for me was challenging, to say the least. But we got 8 more games to play. It's a lot of football left, and a lot of things can happen. It's never really how you start in this game. That's how you finish. Because the first 8 weeks or 9 weeks, it's kind of over, when you think about it. You don't know what we did the first 4 games. We lost a few, but you don't know what happened throughout the game. So that's the beauty of an NFL season. It's a marathon. And the journey of the marathon is longevity. So when you look back at the end of the season, then you probably see a different team than you see at the first 8 weeks, or a different player that you see at the first 8 weeks of the season.
Chris, when you said it's challenging to say the least, can you expand on that?
Challenging as in personal aspect and challenging as a team aspect. I think for me right now, I wish we was undefeated. I feel like I could have done some things better that put us in a better position. You go back to the first game of the season, I gave up outside contain. Maybe if I would have kept outside contain, maybe that's a game that it's not a loss, it's a win. So, the beauty of the bye week is self-evaluation. You can look at yourself and see how you can improve. Not anything else, just yourself. And I'm my biggest critic. I hold myself accountable more than anyone can. So, when I look at it, it's a lot of areas I can improve on. And we got a beautiful second half of the season for me to do that.
And then I know that you've concentrated on a lot on the Broncos and their offense and their offensive line, but I wonder what your appreciation you have for what their defensive line has been able to do this year.
Good for them. No, don't really watch their defense. I have a lot of respect for their defense, but we play 2 different types of systems. Those are 3-4, which rush the passer with 5-4 guys. We're a 4-3 that still simulated pressure. So different schematics, different type of makeup of defense, but I have a lot of great deal of respect for BT Jordan, who is a pass rush coach over there, and the defensive coordinator.
Chris, when you do your self-evaluation, are you digging into film? You just do it thinking back through games, going over it with anyone else? What's that process like for you during the bye week?
Well, it's a little bit of both, because you watch film, you watch the games that for me, it's about games I didn't play as well to my standards as I wanted to. And I have a few mentors. I call like Britt Reed. Me and him are still very close. I call Terry Braden. Guys that I'm very close with within the football circle. I call, get their opinion, because it's all about being limitless. And, and the beautiful thing about it is, man, it's 8 more weeks. 8 more weeks then playoffs. So it's a good thing. It's a good way to recalibrate and recircle yourself. Understand it's not all good, but it's not all bad either.
A couple more.
So when this week you guys are a couple games behind the Broncos. This is not where you guys have generally been. You've been the team who's ready to snuff the division out at this point of the year. Does it feel different around here that you guys are chasing this week than it's been the last several?
Every makeup of every team is different, and every marathon is different every year. Sometimes you start ahead of the race, you know what I mean? You start in that number 1 line who is the closest, and sometimes you got to start out back. But for us, most importantly, it's about the climb. I think we're exactly where we need to be right now. We got a lot of great guys on this team, exceptional leaders and the coaches, and athletic department, and we got the team to do it. And where we at right now is where we need to be, and it's a great start. We get this 1-0 every week, and we'll be where we need to be at the end of the season. No need to panic.
Chris, what do you see from Bo Nix and just the Broncos offense as a whole?
They're killing it. They're killing it. They're playing well. They makes the game very easy for them, and they slow the game down for them. Play action passing, running the ball. When you can run the ball as efficient as they've been running, then it opens up for the quarterback with play action passes. So they've been doing a really, really good job. They got a head coach who I respect the heck out of. Seen him this summer over in Vegas. Said a couple words to him. So, you know, I'm excited to play these guys, man. Division game is always tough, and it's the Denver Broncos.
Thanks,
Y'all
Aaron.
take care.